7:04. Open the meeting, the November 2nd, 2022 Conservation Commission meeting. Same rules apply. Your image and voice may be recorded, so be good. I know, I didn't mean to look right at you when I said that. Sorry. Everybody be good. Okay. Minutes. Everybody get a chance to
Yep.
read the minutes?
That's the longest minutes I think we had.
They were more like hours.
I
Yeah,
know.
getting close.
All of
That's
them.
good.
Let's not turn this meeting into a week, let's go.
I know, right?
There was quite a bit of detail in it.
Any comments, amendments? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes from our previous meeting.
So move.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. No new budget numbers.
No major changes though, other than I've got these checks to deposit from last time. And then, I've gotta figure out how the SVT stuff affects any of our accounts. Like, I don't know yet how that, I don't remember what the number was off of our open space,
Right,
but then,
right. Well, June and Meredith are both here tonight, so
Yeah.
we'll hopefully get all 100% straightened out.
but then I guess I don't also know how does the grant,
So basically, we have to pay out first, and then they reimburse us.
so does that come back to our account?
Well, I'm fairly certain none of it comes back to our account, that it will all go back to CPA.
Oh, okay.
So,
There might be a little bit left over, I think.
right,
We'll see what the finals are.
right. The main thing is that we have enough. Yes,
Yeah.
that's all.
So with our latest purchase then, what is our open space account, 0?
It's not gonna be 0,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
gonna be in a couple of thousand range.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
There's a couple of thousand left, we don't care.
Exactly, we
Yeah.
just need to
Yep.
make sure we have enough to do this part.
Right.
That was when I was trying to figure out the distribution of, where we're gonna get this and that from for town meeting. That was my biggest thing, is leaving a big enough chunk to cover incidentals. Yeah, yeah, well, and we knew there were gonna be legal fees, we knew there were gonna be some things that we had to pay, so. All right, bills and forms / mail.
So more mail. So I did get something from the DCR. Basically, it's a forest cutting notice of intent for 72 Summer Street.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's that guy. That's so interesting. So this is the piece of property. Do you remember a couple of years ago, Rob Horn came in?
That sounds familiar.
He had purchased a piece of property, and there was a shared driveway with the piece of property next door, and there was some.
Trauma.
Okay, sure. There was some rough feelings happening between the two, and eventually Rob sold his property to the
That's
other
right.
guy.
Okay.
So this is that property,
So
and
now owned by the other guy?
all of it's owned by the other guy now. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And, so it looks like they're putting it into forest chapter land.
Got enough acres there?
Yeah, how many acres is it?
Yeah, it's that piece at the end of Summer Road that backs up to Gates Pond Brook.
Okay.
You gonna pull it up?
Try
Yeah.
it.
Oh, well, no need, it's all right here.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So that's a request for an NOI?
No,
No.
this is just a forestry report. So here's the end of Summer Road.
What's Summit Road?
Summer Road, this is,
Yeah,
Thank you.
Sorry, Hill Road.
This is
Oh.
Sorry Hill Road. This down at the end of summer, and Sorry Hill is that field.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Looking at my map.
Yep.
Yeah, what's the address, 68 Summer?
172?
72.
72.
Yep.
72 Summer Road?
Correct. Forest stand and boundary map.
Do we take any action on that?
I don't think we need to. I think this is probably just informational.
Wow, I never realized that. It's right up against, what's that one on River Road, Northbrook?
Oh.
No, what's the one, the 55 plus?
Oh, Brook Lane.
Brook Lane.
Or,
I
yeah.
never realized it was that close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, the landowner must still sign the original forest cutting plan on any major amendment. It is important to understand the landowner remains responsible for ensuring that the statutes are followed, and any fines for noncompliance still apply to the owner of record. Having an agent is not required. And this is all that was in the packet?
Yep.
Yeah.
11.7 acres, sound correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they need 10.
Yep. Yeah, so
And they don't have any houses or anything on it, it's just the land.
there is one house on it. The
So you subtract,
people who own it.
okay,
But it could just be the other property that they're
putting that in.
doing the forestry on, yeah.
That's the combined version. On my map, there's still
They're
a
still
division of the,
of the properties.
so it must be total 11 now, I would think. I'm checking.
Of both properties.
What's the app you use again?
Can't
Where's
tell you
the-
that
Where's
on
the
camera.
added piece, can you tell?
Sorry.
I'll just use
So-
Mass Mapper, it's free and everybody can use it.
I know, I love Mass Mapper. So I believe it's this, and this.
Yeah, because
Okay,
did
And
Rob own it
this.
before?
yeah, this is the 72 Summer Road.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Rob.
that's the line from that jog. Goes straight across, that was Robert, and then this is the map.
Right.
Yep, so
And this
those,
was,
these are the two added pieces.
yeah,
Yep.
Those are funky lots.
yeah.
Okay,
That's-
okay.
Bizarre.
Oh yeah, then it goes all the way back, he's got another plot here.
Yep, yeah,
That's
it
that
goes all
bottom
the way
one.
down here.
Yep.
Yep,
Well, this one doesn't give the acreage for that. I'll check that one.
That, just this one alone is 11.7
Right,
from
Right.
here down.
yeah.
right, so there's plenty,
He's got plenty.
Yeah, this one comes up to his name, this one does not come to his name.
Those nerds can
And
get everything
that's
off of iPhone.
7.5.
I can hear
right,
you.
who's, I know,
Can't do it.
and,
It doesn't says mass private lands, but it doesn't say, it doesn't give a name or anything.
Huh.
For 72 Summer?
Mass Wildlife
No, there's a
Minute,
back
no,
lot.
for,
There's
there's a back lot.
square.
Are you on
The-
Mass Mapper?
Yeah, the rectangular one in the back?
Yep,
Yeah.
long skinny rectangle, not,
Yeah.
So he's got 40 acres on the top.
No name in here.
So 40
Yeah,
plus
that's
11
weird.
plus 7.
Yeah, so he's got plenty.
Wow.
Do you wanna see it? If, do you need to take it? Yeah, we'll fight over it
Yeah.
later.
it shouldn't qualify as a 10 acres.
So what are they going to do with it? They just foresting what they can out of there?
Right, so if you put something in chapter land
Yeah.
under a forestry designation, so there's farmland, there's recreation, and there's forestry. Part of the deal is you have to have a certified forestry plan and then follow through with said plan. So you have to forest it. You have to like
Log it.
log it and every 10 years, right? Yeah.
But I know people who've had it in there 40 years and they haven't got a stick of wood on it, but it still just goes through.
Right.
It's kept open, that's the main thing.
Right. All right, next.
All right, and next was a letter from the select board, basically a public hearing next Monday for a petition for a pole and wire location within the public right of way.
Pole and wire. It's our map. National Grid at 100 River Road West, National Grid request for approval of grant of location to install one solely owned pole.
Is that the
That's
property that's
Spooky
being redeveloped?
Oh, that
The
is
farm.
Spooky World.
Yeah.
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 The farm where you used to
Oh,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know you were having a hearing about a pole at Spooky World?
Sure.
I do now.
Yeah,
There you go.
I mean, it makes sense that they're gonna need to upgrade the service in there. Excellent. Anybody? Yep.
Can I see that?
Anything else?
That's it for mail, and the only other thing was the SA Farm odor.
Yes. Stinky Farm rises again.
Oh my God, I know, I can't believe it. I mean, I walk down that way and I still smell it.
Yeah. So there was a response today from someone at DEP.
Yep.
I'll forward it to everybody just so you can see, but basically, any odor that anybody smells, report it to DEP.
Is there a
They-
number or an email?
There's definitely an email.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send that all out and maybe, I don't know if it's
Is that
step,
a Board of Health thing?
it's, at this point, it's way more than that. Yeah, they're continuing their investigation from a couple of years
I
ago.
thought he was shut
And-
down.
It's still, yeah.
Yeah, no, and
I forget where it
SA Farm over on Whitney.
It's the one where they're doing like the
Oh,
commercial
oh.
scale,
Yeah,
like
290.
that
waste.
mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that mess, exactly. So the more reports that DEP gets, the more they can kind of continue to build their case.
Can we post that on our Facebook page, the contact information?
Yeah. Yes. Yep, I'll definitely do that. So I guess they did have somebody out, DEP had somebody, they come out and inspect when they either get complaints or when they can. And they were out
It was last Friday.
last
28th,
Friday
yeah.
and definitely, observed the smell that people are complaining about.
So the two of you went out?
No, someone from DEP went out.
Oh.
This was an email.
There's no need to have a mess like that, even if you're a pig farm or whatever. There's just no need of it.
Correct,
Slob and mess around and terrible.
right.
Does
Yeah, it looks like
Northborough complain at all?
looks
or-
Oh, yeah.
Right,
oh.
so it's not just Berlin.
Oh, no,
No, it's
no.
not.
Wherever
It's
the
just
wind
over-
changes.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
yeah, I figured that it's coming from
When you
all
walk
sides,
along the
right?
aqueducts there from like Bigelow, not Bigelow,
Yeah. Well, I know about
What's
it,
that
I
road
just
there?
never smelled it.
Bear Path?
Bellevue.
Yeah.
Bellevue, like you walk that
Yeah.
way,
Right,
down
yep.
towards
Smell
Whitney, yeah. ugh.
Yeah, so if you go
Awful.
behind the hotel, Whitney Road.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then take a right,
Yeah,
it's right down there, you go over the right.
Yeah,
yeah.
right at the railroad tracks. Yep. So the more complaints, the more reports DEP gets, especially when it gets bad.
I thought I saw something with the regulations that went into effect yesterday with like mattresses and other stuff. I thought there was something about commercial food waste.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was.
I didn't get to see the
I
details.
think there was something about.
Yeah,
food
I
in there.
didn't-
I'll have to look into it. I didn't get to see the details, but I thought I heard them say commercial food waste, and I was like, oh,
And people
Well.
were asked to compost instead, I believe.
yeah, I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah, well, that would be the opposite, like.
Because you're not supposed to throw mattresses or fabrics into,
The trash,
right.
correct.
And I do believe there was something about food and people were being asked to compost it.
Huh,
Yeah, but I thought it was like commercial scale, like what,
what's happening over there?
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the deal was.
Well, that's supposedly what they were doing there.
Yeah, I
That was a
know.
compost. And, up on, Green Street, sure.
Davidian?
Davidians have a composting business up there also.
Right. All right. Yeah,
Then 40
email,
Ks, Dirt biker,
yes,
AJ was.
AJ got the most amazing photograph and video at 40 Caves.
Really?
It was almost like they posed.
It was a mugshot.
Wow.
It
awesome.
was-
Oh,
It
of
was
the,
that good.
Of
dirt
one of
bikers?
the dirts.
No helmet?
Really?
No helmet, license plate, full, whole, everything.
Wow.
So it was fabulous.
He stopped right in front of the camera on that C-shaped bridge, held the brake for the front wheel, spun the back wheel, looked back to see what kind of damage he might have done, and then stopped right in front of the camera.
He didn't know it was there,
No.
obviously.
No.
They're camo.
And the camera has now been moved.
Oh.
I pulled the
Because-
camera out.
Yeah.
In case somebody goes looking
So
for
what
it.
are you
Yeah.
gonna do with the mugshot? Go to Clinton
It's gone to
Police?
the DEP at this point.
Right, so we sent it to Berlin PD.
It's in
and,
Berlin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Chief Shartner has talked to the environmental police and,
Yeah, environmental.
yep, you know,
So that camera's gonna go in, I'm getting a couple of new ones tomorrow. Go in,
you don't need to
We don't
give
need to know where.
details.
yeah,
Yep.
back in the woods somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep,
Or not in the woods.
or,
Right.
right.
Who knows where the camera could
It could be a drone.
go? Yeah.
So anyway, so that was definitely made it
Nice one.
worth all the
Yeah.
going out and checking the cameras every week.
The problem is we have 6 unique machines that I've counted running through there, not just that one.
Right,
I'm not
But
surprised.
that's the first time we got something different.
Yeah, but they knows others, obviously.
right,
We'll know the other people too. so.
right, and hopefully
Word
they'll
travels
talk
faster in a
once,
small
yeah,
town.
They'll talk.
yep. Once somebody gets into trouble, real
Yeah.
trouble,
Right, right, right.
hopefully that will at least help dampen it, if not stop it altogether.
That's about it.
Yep, yep. All right,
Of course I have something.
do we have to, I mean, Alex isn't showing up, that's the only thing we had with the time. Maplewood's good, Highland Ridge sent the latest report from Pat, everything looks good over there. As far as the monitoring goes. And if no one else has anything else, we can ask Meredith to come up. Oh,
New
Ready
business?
New
Well, not
business?
New business?
Or
Okay.
old from last year.
okay,
I took a little walk on the Pfeiffershire Trail because last year we had an issue there with leaves. And the leaves were not over the wall onto the trail. They're on the-
excellent.
where they belong. But I could not go very far because that darn dog came charging out. So there's still an issue with this.
What
I
color
don't,
dog?
I don't know if the dog's behind an invisible fence because there's no
What color
sign.
dog was it?
It was a German Shepherd.
Yeah, there's an invisible fence.
But I don't know that, walking
yeah.
on the trail.
You don't
Right.
have to.
Right, I mean,
Hey, he doesn't
there
have-
there
yeah.
isn't a
But
leash
the-
law in Berlin.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the dog is charging.
Well, there's not a lot we can do about that.
Hikers can be intimidated even though they're on the other side of the wall. It's a little unfair.
Carry an axe with you.
Just put a
Oh, geez.
just put a sign invisible
Pipe
fence.
down,
I
Walter.
know, right?
We were-
All
What makes you
right.
think I didn't?
Over.
All right,
Okay,
Um,
moving on.
moving on.
Anyway,
but
chill.
thank you for going out and checking,
Thank you.
and I'm glad to know that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
That's good.
something worked.
All right. Meredith, would you like to come up? June, do you want to come up or do you want to be
I'm
from?
just gonna listen, that's all,
Okay.
make sure we touch all the bases then.
All right.
Should I just?
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring my computer just in case, but I did bring some copies, but essentially looking for two votes tonight. One of which is to approve the purchase, and essentially, I can pass this along, I only brought 2 copies, so I don't know if
It's
anyone
all
else
right.
wants to peek, but, and this is the settlement statement I'm passing out here that you all have seen approved. But essentially, to
Wait,
approve.
Excuse me, so you're an, who you turning with SVT
Oh,
or
I'm sorry, I
something?
didn't even
Oh,
introduce myself.
I know, I'm
actually.
sorry.
Meredith Houghton, I'm a land protection specialist at Sudbury Valley.
Oh, great.
She's our new Ashley and Krista.
Oh, really? Oh, nice to meet you.
I'm 2 people in one.
That's all right.
So on behalf of this project, I should also start out by saying the closing is next Tuesday, the 8th.
Oh, yay.
We are so very close, so these are kind of the last 2 bits. So the first vote will be approval of the purchase to expend the funds as written on the settlement statement, which I believe
Right.
town council provided to you all as well. And for the wire amount as listed. And there are 2 columns there in case anything needs to be explained, but on the right column is the purchase price plus the loan interest, and then the deductions on the left-hand side. I have it here actually, in case there's anything specific you'd like to go over. So with the taxes and that recording fee pulled out, and then the total wire amount reflects that. So that's the first bit, and I won't move on unless
All
people
right.
want me to.
Well, let's vote on this. Any conversation first?
I think we know all about it.
I know, right?
Let's just do it, that'll feel good.
So what would be the motion? Motion to expend
$1,155,392.81,
for the purchase of 19 Lyman Road, 0 Lyman Road, and 0 Linden Street in Berlin?
AKA Horseshoe Pond.
Is that the only name we're giving it?
Well, that is what it has been in all the documents and everything, so, other
Okay.
than the book and page number 2,
I
but.
think it sounds pretty neat, actually, horseshoe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
So moved, like, I can just say so moved since
You
we said
can,
it, right?
yes.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed?
And we don't need to sign this, right? This gets assigned by,
Right,
signed by
this
council.
gets signed by,
Town council.
right,
And us.
right.
If you wanna hold on to it, feel free, I have.
Yeah, I
Plenty.
have, I have more.
We-
Robin,
S-
do you want one?
SVT
Or
will,
just for-
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want that.
SVT
This
will
is
the
be,
purchase
you'll
price,
see,
right?
so yeah,
That's the
town
purchase
council
price,
will
that's the
sign and
interest.
SVT will sign.
Those numbers are deducted to come up with this number, which is what we voted to spend.
All right, can you repeat the motion? Right,
The motion was to spend that dollar amount that I circled.
This
and-
one?
Yep.
Okay,
On these 3 pieces of property right here.
right, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, June?
I just had a question in regards to the tax amount, because the taxes haven't been set yet, by the town, so
Yes.
are we going to, let's just say the taxes are gonna go up, cause that's all we're gonna do.
My next order of business addresses that.
Okay,
I will
I just
hand this to
wondered,
you.
because the only reason why I'm saying is cause if that amount goes up,
Number 3.
cause if that goes up, then that would mean that we would wire less money, so I just wasn't sure.
So yes, we are getting to that, which is the next
Okay.
order of business, so if you wanna just wait one
Absolutely.
moment, or if there's any further discussion, I guess,
Yeah.
on this piece, we can move.
No, we're definitely good with this one.
So I just passed her one copy, and I believe I emailed this
Yep.
to you, Maddie, so yeah, this is the amendment, to the purchase and sale agreement, that the town originally signed back in August. there are 3 items in this amendment that need to be addressed, and I'll start with number 3, since June just asked about it. Addressing exactly the issue she just mentioned about the taxes, where they are not yet assessed for the preceding fiscal year. So that number 3 essentially addresses that, and with any changes, we will, yeah.
Right, but if anything, that number's gonna go down?
Sorry.
No, I'm asking you.
Cause I would assume that the tax dollars would go up per se,
Right,
so that would mean that, but looking at this, it says that it's after, what is it, 6-month period?
yes.
So if it comes out to be more, would, SVT send us back a check for the difference? Is that how that would work?
Yeah, I think essentially, whatever the difference is there,
Okay.
within that
Okay.
period, we'll manage it.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's number 3. Going backwards, we'll go to number 1. So having to do with the interest, which you've now seen on the settlement statement, already calculated, this addresses when that interest rate was set. The original purchase and sale agreement signed back in August specified that the interest rate would be set upon the closing, so like next week.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing it's only been 6 weeks.
Eek is right, so
Yeah.
we, being mindful of that, we want to set the interest rate upon when the purchase and sale was originally executed on August 8th. So this pulls it back, locks in the rate a bit earlier before all of these hikes that have now happened since then. And so that puts the interest rate at 3.04%. Plus 1% is our policy, so it's the 6-month treasury bill plus 1%, so for a total of 4.04%.
Which is the percent that is on the settlement
Which is what has
statement.
been calculated
Yep.
in front of you, yes. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, that's much
Thank Lisa,
We-
thank
we know you
Debbie,
guys are
thank
valued
everybody, yes.
partners, and yeah, we didn't want this to be a limiting factor. We are in strange times.
Unprecedented, yes.
For sure.
Yes, so that is number 1, it's just adding in some language to address when the rate is locked in, but still according to our policy and still as the original PNS was written there in terms of method, just the date being shifted. And then number 2 is addressing the conservation restriction. The conservation restriction draft has been submitted to the state for review, and so it sits. And so we needed to put in some language here saying that the conservation restriction will not be recorded next week upon closing, which would have been the ideal, but that is not the timing that will be able to happen with the state process right now. So this addresses that, and so once we do have the CR through the approval process through the state and ready to go, basically we are saying that within 30 days of when everything is complete, we have it recorded. So it's just, there's still an obligation to record it soon after, but
Yep.
acknowledging the process is gonna take a little bit longer, and it's out of all of our hands here, at least, really.
I thought somebody finally started looking at it, no? At the
That
state?
was the other one.
Yeah, I think that was the
Yeah.
other one.
That was Highland Ridge.
Yes.
It has,
Oh,
it was
that's
looked
right.
at once,
That's right.
some comments were made,
Okay.
the comments were attended to, and it's been crickets ever since.
Okay.
Well, there's gonna be some more edits too with the recording information too, because of the.
Right,
yeah,
because of the transfer, yep.
Exactly, so. Okay, so those are the 3 elements to the amendment.
Let's see.
This was also presented yesterday evening to the select board.
And the select board signed it? Voted to sign? Approved it? Okay.
So, can I just make a motion?
Is there any other conversation about this? Oh, Walter already signed it? Oh, no, you didn't. I thought I heard your pen. I was like, dude, we have to vote. Okay, do you need 2 copies?
I just brought this for you all, so,
Right, we'll definitely
because,
keep a
yeah, I
copy,
don't want
but,
signatures for both select board and the conservation commission, so you guys are gonna hold on to it, so however you wanna manage your signed copy.
okay.
But essentially just need a vote to
And do
approve and then you'll
the
sign.
signatures need to be notarized?
This does not
Not
have
this
a
one.
notary on here.
Okay.
No.
All right, now I'll take a motion.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the First Amendment to the purchase and sale agreement for Horseshoe Pond.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right.
I just realized I didn't say aye.
Yeah.
So moved.
So why don't we sign one and then we'll make a copy for us, but, and then the original will go to you guys, go to June?
Yes, we can sign.
Okay. All right,
Thank you all very much.
thank you.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to get this behind us.
today, do you want me to put the date in? This amendment is intended to take effect as a sealed instrument as of this day.
Yes, I think the day of your signature is appropriate there, and then the
Okay.
select board will assign your same. We will have a separate signature page as well for ours, but for yours,
So we just need the one copy, you said?
Yeah.
Carolyn,
We'll go this way first.
did you want a second? So she handed it to me if you want.
We actually have a second
Okay.
floating around here on the table, so you can keep that one.
All right.
Do we get our names on a plaque? With all the hard work we've done for this, like at the base.
Do you wanna pay for the
of
plaque?
mound.
I have one.
We have some extra, you got one?
I did,
What, just you?
yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Where is
I
it?
think you two are the only ones that know. I got an award from SVT last month
Oh, congrats.
for my work on this project.
Very
Nice.
nice, congratulations.
So beautiful.
Oh,
Does
you'll
it
have to
go
send a
there?
picture.
Like, do they like mount it on like a thing? Or you keep it? You have it?
It's a statue. And I put it on actually Savannah shared
Did
it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's my phone?
We need to sign.
No, yeah.
Reminds me
we'll
of
get that-
Christmas story.
I'll get
It's a
that back to my
statue.
desk.
It's in a wall.
Yeah, it was,
Is it tall?
it is. It's tall and it's heavy.
Cool. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is gonna live in my house. So it's a cattail with a wren on it.
Yeah.
And it's solid bronze.
So it's heavy.
It's wicked heavy.
Cool.
Oh, wow,
So we can make a copy of this.
Yes. Did Kyle, you sign?
Oh, that is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Last.
That is really nice. Wow.
Youngest,
Super
youngest
fancy.
son's last.
Yes,
You see it? It's for awards. you got
Distinguished
from
public
SVT.
service, is that what that says?
Yep.
Oh my.
Very nice.
Congratulations, Madam Chairperson.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Very nice.
congratulations, Chair.
Thank you.
Lady.
Yeah, I did.
Chair lady.
Oh, that's right, you were there, right, Louise?
Okay, what am I looking at now?
When?
When you got that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
This is a repeat,
Yeah, that's
right?
nice.
That's a blank, yeah.
So that's,
Just pay it,
I've
it's fine.
seen those in person, they're pretty nice.
Yeah.
you don't have one?
Hmm?
You don't have one?
Walter's got a lifetime award from them.
Really?
Is
Yes.
it bigger?
Let's bring it in and see if it's taller or shorter.
Yeah, right?
Only a guy would
Somebody bring in a
say that.
scale.
Yeah, we'll need a
Yeah, right?
scale.
Gotta weigh which one is heavier.
So we do wanna give this copy to Maddie?
Yes, please.
Bam.
All right. So here's a blank copy. I don't know if we need that. Here's a blank copy of that. I don't wanna overload
Yep.
you with paper.
Next up is-
Right. So is this the vote that Sharon asked
Yep.
us to do? We have more votes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, well, I hope I didn't duplicate that.
I don't think so.
I wasn't sure if anything else additional had been handed.
Right.
Right, 'cause that's what she said.
Do you have to read that?
I have to read this. Okay, so this is from town council. Says the Conservation Commission needs to vote to accept the care, custody, and control of the parcels of land from Sudbury Valley trustees and sign an acceptance of deed, which I thought we did. Apparently, maybe we've just been talking about it, I don't know.
I thought we did too, actually, now that you say that.
Right. See second page. For us to close on November 3rd, which it's now November 8th. June needs final numbers, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here is the vote. You wanna read it? So it's the second paragraph.
All right, I make a motion that the Berlin Conservation Commission accepts the care, custody, and control of the 3 parcels of land located near the junction of Linden Street and Lyman Road, identified on Assessor's Map 9 as parcel 41, 42, and Assessor's Map 10 as parcel 6, for open space purposes in perpetuity. Do I need to read the rest?
I think so.
Okay.
Sorry.
Subject to the protections of Article 97 of the Massachusetts Constitution, and to execute and to authorize the chair to execute any acceptances and other documents as may be necessary for, or convenient to accomplish the foregoing.
Is that all that says?
Well, then it says, please request the commission to sign the acceptance of deed and have a notary
Okay,
public acknowledge.
right, so that's the motion.
Right, second.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote again. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
I can keep this,
Yes.
okay.
Yep. The good thing about that, though, is it authorizes me, so if there's any documents that we need in the next week, that are signed, that authorize me to sign them. We don't have to hold a special
Okay,
meeting
good.
unless everybody needs to sign anything, but that at least helps that.
Does the board have to sign that?
Yep,
Okay, cause I was gonna say the email says vote.
Yep.
Right.
yep, so I'm gonna go with Eloise, cause we did
Oh,
a break letter
okay,
for
this
that one.
one, right, so here's our page,
Yep.
right. All right. Almost done, guys.
You're still doing pretty good. It's
Yeah.
not quarter to 8.
I know.
Yeah, by 8, really?
No, don't jinx it.
Right.
Pipe down. We're almost there.
Kill anything lately?
No, darn it.
Walter, I'm gonna have to show you my bird buddy.
Oh, yeah?
My bird buddy bird feeder finally came after 2 years.
It's a
Oh,
bird
yeah.
buddy.
It's a bird feeder that has a camera in it, and it takes pictures of the birds
That's
that
so
come, and then it
cool.
sends you like postcards from the birds, and then it tells you all sorts of information about the birds. But I can-
Oh, for heaven's
I'll show
sakes.
you.
Cool.
And then you can collect the birds too. My family thinks I'm insane now, but I've turned into a crazy bird lady.
Better,
Birds
better
flying
than a
into our
crazy
house all
cat
the
lady.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you tell, like, it tells you all the birds that have come, like,
And it
It
tells
does-
you what kind of bird it is? Or no?
After the meeting, I
Most
wanna
of
look
them,
at
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
very cool.
Cool.
so.
And you waited 2 years for that?
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter thing, and then with all the supply chain issues and
Oh,
stuff like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
it ended up being like a 2-year thing. So they just finally started shipping them, but
Wow.
Where, is that the Cornell thing?
no, this is some startup
Oh.
from Europe.
I've got a Cornell one that, you know, you describe the bird and it comes up, tells you all about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I've got
this
that,
one
yeah.
takes pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
Whoa.
Actually, it
It's
had,
pretty cool,
now
right?
you,
My
with
father
the
would love that.
latest update,
It's
you can
addictive.
actually record the
What?
bird's
How much?
song,
Like
Oh, yeah.
and it'll
200
tell you.
maybe?
And if there are 3
It's not-
birds singing in the
Yeah.
background,
There's
it'll list
another
all 3 of
one.
them. Cornell.
Can you?
Another brand, so I don't know, they must all be coming
AI.
out now.
Right.
But,
Boggles my mind.
but yeah, it's
Artificial
fun. It's definitely
intelligence,
like glitchy
guess.
still, because it's like the
Yeah.
first round. so-
Right.
Is
But-
that on the bird feeder itself?
Yeah.
So like, because
Early
if
voting
you hung one and you had
Alright.
like a hummingbird
But
one, would it
she's
take
a
that too,
Chelsea's.
or just
Okay.
just
Before
the regular
she
bird
gets
feeder?
Say she jinxed us.
I always try to get
Right?
pictures of
Yeah.
hummingbirds.
So we can handle everything
Thanks,
else then? Or do we
thanks,
go back?
Holly.
What?
You jinxed us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
say these things.
I shouldn't have said that.
You're on the list now.
It's the camera.
I know.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
So we will sign this when Eloise has some early voters, so she can't quite come down yet.
We could go to her.
We'll bring
We all
candy.
go get-
Yeah, we'll bring candy, and we'll just say we're here for the early
Is
voter.
is there anything else that we have to do tonight?
Community outreach.
Well done.
Who was
I
told
wanna
she can't
talk
come until
about
after early
just
voting?
something.
Okay.
She's there with them.
all right,
I thought they
so-
were training, right?
Right, so this is the schedule of bills payable for the amount that we just voted for on the settlement statement. Do you need that, June?
If you want a check or a wire transfer.
All right.
We sign that too?
Or you get nothing.
Where's the settlement statement?
Uh,
And-
settlement
Oh, that's right, June put this together, so
Yeah,
I'm assuming,
so
I'm assuming I don't have to check the numbers.
No, I would be very thankful if you check the numbers because they're wrong, now is the time for us to fix them. No, you're not.
Right, so the numbers are different. I think it's the
difference-
deductions, yeah.
The difference is that we have to wire transfer to the escrow account, the 1,155,392.81.
Yeah,
But we also need to pay for the 109, which is the fee.
and the 162630.
And also a check for the taxes.
Okay.
That are supposed to be deducted from that, but we physically have to write out those checks.
Okay, so this is the wire transfer amount, this is the amount of money we're actually spending.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, that's why I was like, I don't remember there being a 7 in that.
They're actually, they're deducting that from the total that's going to them, so that's the difference.
Okay. All right, so you can have that back.
But this also shows you where the money's coming from and which accounts.
Okay,
And that's the one you emailed?
correct. Right, so you have this.
Mm.
All right. I don't know if we have to vote on this again, but
Let's just vote on it
let's
just
just
in
vote.
case.
We voted to spend this money about 97 times so far, but let's vote one more time. Schedule of bills payable. Oh, dear, okay, go ahead.
All right, I'll make a motion to expend $1,157,128.11 for the purchase of Horseshoe Pond land
I
from
seconded it.
Sudbury Valley trustees.
I seconded it first.
Who seconded?
I did.
Any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. Excellent. Soon as Louise is done, we'll all sign that, and
Yeah, and the only other thing was just making sure our open space account has enough to cover kiosk and other things that we said we would do for the MVP grant.
okay, right, so by your calculation, so you brought, so you
So I
put
added up
together this
everything.
list, yep,
Yep.
excellent.
Yep, and based on what our most recent open space
That's
account was in our last meeting.
Something else?
Um,
That's just a, I think we
So
just signed
this
that.
is the final
Do we not
number that
sign
we
it when this comes?
should expect to have? Or
So,
this one?
so this is the total.
I wish
I
So
could do that.
basically,
No, I think
after
it's the other, I think
we
that
purchase
one
the
is-
land, this is what we'll have in the
Shut
account.
up then.
Okay,
These are the additional,
expenses,
yeah,
okay,
so it would have, what, 2,000
I think
something
it's
left.
signed last.
There's also, the other thing I forgot was the translation to the trail guide, that was another $900.
I can't
Yeah.
scribble.
Look at
900.
these signatures.
Okay.
Are crap.
so
They're
this
fine.
minus this minus
Anything is
this.
legal.
Yeah.
It is legal.
Oh, I
So
see,
this is
so
the total.
this
Yeah.
total,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
total minus
Joe,
that,
Yeah.
got it.
Would it be difficult to,
Oh,
all the land
the
you bought,
techno pads or
Yeah.
whatever,
I
it's like
love
an
it.
etch
total
a sketch.
cost, and
Yeah.
take out everything
closing
that
or
we
Yeah.
received in grants,
Sign a
and,
bunch of
you know, how much the
My
town
husband, if we
actually
use this.
paid.
Not off the top of my head, I'd have to do it.
No, I know that, yeah. Cause on this one, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Cost us about 400,000.
Well, we haven't gotten the final payment yet, but if we get the payment,
Right.
then yes.
Mhm.
We usually do pretty good though.
And then I need to take 900 out of that.
Yep.
All right. So June, you had asked for a list.
Yep.
I can give you this piece of paper if you want, but by Maddie's calculations, after all is said and done, including the kiosk and the $900 that we had to pay.
And we had the $2,500 for legal.
Yep, that's in here, right? Yep,
Yep.
that's there. So legal fee, open space.
Yeah, so these are the different accounts, so based on, yeah,
Oh, okay.
these amounts that are coming out of open
Okay.
space.
Um,
Oh, the title insurance too. That was another email that came up this week about purchasing title insurance for the property.
oh yeah. Do we have to purchase title insurance?
That's not my end of things,
Probably
so
should.
I don't know.
It's not that much.
Have we ever-
Well, it's $3,500.
Ooh, it's that much?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why. If it wasn't that much money, I'd be like, whatever.
You've came this far.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, for sure.
So, when all is said and done, we will have $2,700, $28.54 in our open space account.
Can you say that again, please?
Just say 2,700.
Okay.
Now, does the title
Give or take.
insurance change everything?
Yeah.
If you want title insurance, then
It's gonna
it's, yeah, you
change
run
that
money.
form.
You don't have enough money.
Oh, no, that
No,
was,
that
was factored
that's
in.
in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was factored in.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do that
No.
to me.
No, I'm sorry. But do we have to now update our schedule with bills payable?
If we're gonna have to pay that out too, but I don't know if that's gonna be part of the, insurance with legal.
Okay.
So if that's something that,
That Sharon's already.
Oh,
is going to bill when
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
bills
she
it,
might
but
bill
we need-
that.
Cause we haven't
Good
paid
luck.
legal yet.
Good luck.
Okay.
We're
Right.
still gonna have to
Lot of
approve
minutes
that
this
and
week.
pay it. I just wanna
Okay.
make sure that we have enough money.
Yep.
Because if we get to one point where we don't,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
not cool.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
we have don't we have that other donation account that we could use if we needed to cover that?
And we could use, we do have some money in there. We could certainly cover part of the kiosk cost from that if
Yeah.
we needed to. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The kiosk doesn't have to come out of the open space account. So, and that's,
No, but where would you take the money from?
we have some money in that donation account.
Yep.
We have some money in our budget.
Yep.
We,
Yeah.
we
As
could,
long
yeah.
as you're all aware of that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Looks good.
Yep. We are,
I think
we are
we pulled
very
this off.
fiscally responsible.
I think we did. Yeah. you
Yeah.
did it.
Yep.
Good job.
Woohoo! Yep.
It's a long time to get here.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I know. I feel like we should all go for a beer.
Well, I know, we haven't signed yet. Maybe
I know,
on the
right?
next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it signed.
Okay. I'm gonna let you hold on to that unless you want that. Her list
No,
of.
'cause she's gonna, I think, put all the stuff together
Yep.
that we need.
Okay.
Yep. In there.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Does
can
that have
email
to
this
be
over
in
to
the
you
minutes?
with everything finalized
Pardon?
and
Does that
makes more
have to
sense.
be in the minutes?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just hard copies I need for.
Yep. For the, yep.
Save
Oh,
yourself
see, I
there.
could sign like that.
It looks like
Okay,
your
that's
signature.
that.
It's the same as Vic's picture.
Better than
Just need.
Walter was gonna say something about something.
Let's just
Yeah.
make sure. Maddie, do you have anything else?
I think that covers
Okay.
what we needed to cover.
June, do you have anything else that you need from us?
I don't think so, I think that pretty much, yay, pretty
Alright.
well.
All right. Peg, I'll give you a
These
shot.
be
Do you need
submitted
anything
to
from
the
us?
administration.
Meredith, do you need anything else from us?
Last week, okay.
All right, so we're just waiting for Eloise to come and notarize our signatures for that one page.
You should talk to them.
Alright,
if we have a
Is
minute.
it just your signatures that need to be notarized, or they need to notarize the select boards too?
Well, the select board hasn't signed it,
Correct,
so,
so,
they will probably need to be,
So we'll-
there's definitely a notary
because they
line on
haven't
there.
voted on that one,
Okay,
so that's gonna have to, make sure we have to put that on the agenda for Monday.
okay,
That doesn't mean I can't get the money rolling, but,
Mhm.
they'll have to make sure that they do that, so we have that for closing on
okay.
Tuesday.
Which is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday,
Tuesday.
less than a week away.
Crazy.
Tuesday.
But yes, they will need to be notarized as well.
Okay. I'll ask Eloise if she can attend.
Okay.
So we have no holdups.
All right. And the acceptance of the deed, that is not you, so you're totally set with us, Meredith?
Me, I was
Yeah,
gonna say it's
I know,
fine.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to focus my,
Yeah,
yeah.
the two pieces I needed were expending the wire amount that y'all approved and, approving the amendment.
Excellent,
So
all right.
those are my two votes.
Excellent, excellent. And Maddie, here's that page all signed. Okay. Walter had something and AJ had something.
Just would come on to item 10, land management. Before I talk what I wanna do, actually, we ought to keep number 10 active and so that during a month, we begin to put together plans for our different lands and I'm thinking of zoning them, so we keep trails out of sensitive areas, that type of stuff, but, we really haven't done any, land management. Okay, the Curleys mow that field across from the Tyler farm.
Okay.
And today, they mowed it yesterday, and somebody told them today that someone bought it who bought the farm, the buildings. Of course, they didn't. She called me all in a panic and, wanting to know about it. But, so I assured her we own it. But the next thing is, it's one thing to keep haying it, but it really should be limed and fertilized once in a while instead of just taken off of it. And they've had a couple of bad experiences, one up in Sterling or something, put a lot of work into a field and money, and then they let somebody else use it the next year, without, so they're a little concerned about that. So anyway, we can think about this. It isn't, we don't need it right away, but you gotta think about, is there some kind of agreement we could sign so that they wouldn't be worried about us turning it over to somebody else next
We should
year?
definitely have some sort of formal agreement with them, yes.
The town of Sterling had,
What's that?
the town of Sterling did have an agreement of the Sholin Farm or something is owned by the town,
Yeah.
and they let somebody use it. I think they have a written agreement.
Can you get a copy of that or
I can
something?
try.
Yeah, okay, we'll look at it.
Something to base it off.
Right.
And then Billy Vadas does haze that field up off of Lancaster Road there.
Mushy Woods?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we should definitely have, if you could make a list of these things that you know about,
Mhm.
that would be great. And then we can work on getting a formal agreement with those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good, because someday, you're not gonna be able to tell me who's mowing it. Might be 20 more years, but.
Probably.
I think it's gonna be 2 months.
Oh, good.
All right, well, while you can then.
We better start.
Start writing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna take 6 people to replace Walter.
I know, right? Yeah, so just, well, kill a little bit of time. So a couple of the properties that we have are more farmland than not. And my stepmother had sent me a thing, the Lincoln Conservation Commission put out a request to see if there was anyone interested in farming any of their farm conservation land. So I can definitely get in touch with them and get more information about how they
That'd be
put
interesting.
it together, if we think there's interest. It would be great to see these fields farmed.
Cool.
I discussed this with Berlin's top farmer, and he basically said that, for example, I said, what if the Curleys left, would we be interested? He said, no. And, it's one thing, it's nice to think about that, but who's gonna do it? doing
Well,
what?
right, and that's the thing,
It
you know,
takes an investment, first of all, the
Yeah.
soils, you know, you gotta get the soils good and all that
Yep.
stuff, so.
But that's not
It's a
just,
nice vision, but making it happen.
I agree, but there may be some young people that might be interested in an opportunity like that. I mean, like you said, there's a huge upfront investment, or potentially, but.
right, and the Lincoln one that I saw, the two specific properties that they were talking about were like 3-acre lots.
Mm-hmm.
It's too big for a hobbyist, too small for a real farmer
Mhm.
kind of thing. At least that is my impression, that 3 acres would be hardly worth it, but,
But I
Um,
could see some young people being interested in that, though.
right.
Or community farming or something, I don't know.
Well, you have the community garden.
The garden,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking on a grander scale, like they have in Lancaster or whatever, you know,
Right.
that big one where they.
Oh, the,
have,
yeah,
like I know, I'm just, you
No.
know.
Right, yep.
I'm not familiar
So
with this, I
anyway,
just have to find out.
It's like
you
a
know,
circus.
it's not anything we have to decide on right now, but it was definitely something
Well, I
that
think-
came across.
Yeah, in the past, there was everybody who hayed, right? Like, all the people, they would go around and hay all the fields, like our field and others. And I know for us, we're lucky it's still happening, but that was something that people did, and they're not doing that anymore because it's not worth it to them to do
That's
it.
right.
Right,
So
right.
that's what's.
Yeah, it's a nice
Really good.
vision, I gotta admit, but, you'll never get any young people to do it, but you
You
can
think
still
so?
go for it and see what you want, but
Yeah.
that's it, you know, think about doing it and, oh, geez, you know.
I have to go
Kevin.
outside.
If there is any fields that need haying or anything that comes up, I would probably, I mean, I'd talk to my family, but definitely be something that we'd be open to haying. We would do hay, but
Cool.
just out of curiosity, throw my name out there.
Excellent, thank you very much, that's definitely helpful.
We have, we'll be doing Elm Street conservation for Marlboro. We've done them for years. We stopped for a little bit, but we'll be picking them up again in spring. So if it
Awesome.
ends up,
So it's someplace that you are, something that you guys already do
yeah,
in Marlboro.
We'll do the trails for them in Marlboro too. We'll like open up the trails. They have walking trails in and out of their fields, so we have the equipment to do it.
Right,
And it's a good situation for us because, you know, the people around there really respect the land, so it allows us to get good hay out of the land, and, you know, in turn, we take care of them to make sure they have good walking areas, good areas to
awesome,
hike around, so.
good to know.
Yeah.
I did, on land management, I went across from the pheasant lands, Lester Ross Dam, I think, right, across
So-
from there?
Lester Ross Dam,
What's across 62 from that?
Clark.
I did that loop. Someone complained the loop was not good. It was
It wasn't that the
overgrown.
loop was overgrown, it was the trail going up to the glacial erratic.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I trimmed a couple things, but I kept it
Okay.
how Walter would like it. It wasn't that bad. I didn't get
Don't
lost.
trim anything.
Yeah.
There was a
The
couple
woods,
spots
go
that
out
were
in the
bad,
woods.
but it wasn't that crazy. And I didn't get lost, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
Excellent,
So I checked it out,
good to know.
and then I
That's
have
quite a boulder, isn't it, sitting up there?
pretty cool. Yeah, that's sweet.
Where is this one? On the north side of 62?
Yeah.
North?
It's on the other side of 62 somewhere. I don't know what direction. Yeah.
I was wondering why you were giving me that look.
It
Could be
is-
west.
It is the north side.
Look
Yeah.
for that big
Yeah.
solar, solar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, up there,
Yeah,
okay.
but-
I had lunch on your rock. I had a sandwich. It was nice.
You could climb up on it.
No, I
could
didn't
never
know.
get up it.
I'm good. I was next to it.
Oh, is it that big? That you
I mean, I
can't?
could have got up there being young, but I didn't feel the need to impress anyone in the woods. Or
See, you totally could have just lied about that, not one of us would have
Yeah.
known.
You could be
Well,
like,
it's
oh
the
yeah,
principle.
I climbed that.
Yeah.
then everyone's gonna go see it and be like, "Jeez,
Show us
He's
again.
crazy.
kid's impressive." Yeah, no, I don't need to lie. I had lunch below it.
Yep.
And then I have the big log on Pisgah. I'll take care of this weekend.
Okay,
Apparently, it's oak.
yes.
I'll be
Yeah.
cutting it.
Did you ever
Thank you.
see that big boulder by Gates Pond?
Yeah, I
The-
know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, Danny Tyler always said it was the Indians called it Kekausaganset, place by the big rock. And when the legend had it, when King Philip was really wiping out a lot of people, that was a rallying point, because everybody knew what it was, so they'd meet at Kekausaganset and then go wipe out Lancaster or something like
Right,
that.
that's what they teach the elementary kids, because that's what Savannah told me.
Oh, really?
That
They
she
teach
learned,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's a
impressive.
rock at Gates
At
Pond?
Gates Pond, so if you come
Yeah.
in the main, come in,
Mhm,
and instead of going around the pond to the right, go straight.
mhm.
And then when the trail starts to turn to the right, you keep going straight, and it's in the woods down
Okay.
there.
It really, when I was a kid, it really showed up, and now so grown up, I couldn't find it when I was looking for it, but I finally found it.
Yeah.
It isn't on our land, though. It's on Bill Wheeler's land, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, it might be, because it is definitely towards,
Yeah.
because if you
I
go
don't know
down
for
that
sure. Yeah.
way far enough, you see the backside of the solar farm that Indian Head has, or
Okay.
Cordelia's,
Mm.
sorry.
Oh.
Yep. Um, cool, excellent.
The other thing I have is the COC for Benedict Alberts, if we want to
Oh,
sign
yeah,
up on that from last week.
Definitely. Get
Um,
that signed.
No, I saw there was like different options for like a partial certificate where we're making them still keep, what is it,
Right.
the wattles in place basically.
Right, but then we could do that.
Okay,
But then he still has to
Has
come
to come
back in
back,
for the
yeah.
final,
Yeah.
right?
That, remember, along the wattle,
I don't care.
between the driveway and the wattle, it's very
gonna
bare.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's,
yeah, that's basically
the next step
ATV
is
path,
the
yeah.
wetland. Yeah. That may have grown in a little bit, it has
11.
not been so
Yeah,
dry.
so maybe the third, cause I'll mail it up then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this way,
A bunch of
with it
people must be
first.
voting, huh?
I didn't know. I don't know. I guess so.
Hmm?
Lots of early voting.
Apparently,
Busy.
I know.
So what is that we're signing?
The certificate of compliance
sign up?
for 157 Linden Street.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
just,
just,
yep.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
any
see
of
where you
those,
got,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna go throw these in the treasurer's box.
Okay.
Well, feels good, this meeting.
Yes,
got done.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like, aren't we all here? All seven? Oh,
Holly isn't here. She
Right.
just
Holly
wanted
went to go run down the hall to
like-
give it back to Holly.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just thinking I would email James McGrail and let him know that the papers are gonna be passed on the 8th.
awesome.
So it's not actually passing papers, so it's just
Right, well,
no ceremony.
no ceremony.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a ribbon cutting kind of thing in the spring or something.
I have ribbon.
That would be a good
Do you?
time.
Caution tape, but we can we could dress it up.
Walter has an axe.
Yeah, Walter's gonna.
It's a little concerning that our signatures are on file,
Our
though.
signatures on file.
That, so what are you
Huh?
talking
So
about?
we
The-
can sign.
And she
And then
compares
she
them.
can notarize
Yes,
it
because our
after.
signatures are on
right. I was
don't-
wondering about that.
Yeah, so we're
Interesting.
good.
Cause.
She gets out the
Well,
overhead
yeah.
projector and
Yes.
what the hell?
Because that's why she's there for the voting, is to make sure they didn't vote twice, so that's why she has to sit there.
I see.
Yeah, no voting twice.
What?
No.
You know, we're lucky we get people to vote once.
I know, right?
It's,
I think we're all
it's
set.
Oh,
obscene.
Did you sign that?
I did.
Oh, I can't tell
Can't you
because it
notice
just
my
looks like
scribble?
no.
Yeah.
It's like a rocket ship.
It's like it's different every time.
All right.
It's lecture interpretation.
And you had
Ooh.
something you wanted to talk about, AJ?
Is Walter
I've
done?
always done that.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think then I
Yeah.
learned
Well,
that because of scribble.
I've scheduled myself to go over and do a little cleanup around the town garden Monday morning, 9 o'clock. It's gonna be too darn hot to hunt, so 73. So.
Excellent.
One thing I'd like to do is take out some of those daffodils, and of course, I'll focus on any invasives that have come up in there. I know there's some of that bittersweet. I should have brought that little bittersweet. I'll bring it next time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ made a
little
a
cup.
little cup out of bittersweet. He
Oh,
turned
yeah.
he turned some bittersweet, yeah.
I'll bring that.
Yeah.
then you got that.
So AJ and
So
I
I'm
are
gonna work
both
on the
wood
garden Monday.
turners, and so he's thinking of putting together a program turning invasives. Yeah. Get
I've
some
got-
buckthorn, get some bittersweet.
This black locust, I understand, is invasive, isn't it? The black locust, ironwood, I
I
think.
don't know, I don't know.
It's probably native, but it can be,
Aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't know. But
Okay.
the Orland bittersweet I had was about 3.5 inches in diameter.
Yeah. Norway maple would be nice to turn too.
Right.
Is there a porta potty down there that someone maintains in the
Yeah,
bushes?
Yeah, is it still there?
I don't know.
It's
think
there in
I
the
saw-
summer.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
she just takes
Right,
it away.
right, so Heather Simpson does summer camp and
Down there.
uses the property down there, so she'll be
Okay.
in the spring to ask permission to put it back
Cool.
in the spring, yeah.
I
Is
was
that the one
curious.
by the town garden?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I saw it in the woods one day and I was like, oh,
Yep.
nice feature.
Yeah, well, she didn't used to tuck it back, and I guess
People were probably using it.
passersby were using it.
Yeah, the bike riders thought it
Bike
was so
riders,
bad.
yeah, and
Those
so,
bike riders.
so
that's
she
something.
she tucks it back a little now.
Driving me
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, somebody posted, isn't it wonderful, the
Yeah.
town of Berlin.
Mountain
Riders, the
bikers.
bike riders.
On
Uh-huh.
Randall and stuff.
Somebody
Oh, all
posted
over-
on
yeah, all over
Facebook,
town.
isn't
Okay.
it nice at the town of Berlin?
Was there anything else?
No, that's
Give
it.
the bike
Okay.
riders
Just
a
wanted
place
to
to go
right.
potty.
Put that
Yeah.
garden to bed for the,
Yeah.
Yes.
if anybody wants to
That would
join me.
Sorry.
Um,
All right, children.
Yep.
You don't?
Do you want
It's
to
all in the
spread
thing,
the
and I'm like,
daffodils out a little,
even if they're two,
down
they
to
don't
the other
understand.
end maybe?
What
Because
I
there
wanna
aren't
do
any
is-
down there at all, right?
Right, what I wanna
So
do
wait.
is remove a bunch of them,
And then we
because
talked
they've
about
really
it.
taken
And I still
over
wouldn't get
Yeah.
a
over it.
large
And I told my
bit of
husband,
that footprint. And I have isolated some cup plant and a couple of other natives from my gardens that I will transplant in the spring. We
Excellent.
kinda missed the opportunity to do any transplanting this spring,
Yeah.
cause we just couldn't
Right.
get any
Well,
traction.
and then it was so dry.
Yeah,
They
it's
would have
probably
just
better.
died anyway, yeah.
But I'm gonna bring in some natives from my garden and whatever else I can.
Awesome.
Is that for the garden on
I've collected some.
Yeah.
Central
yeah.
and Pleasant?
Yep.
I've collected some milkweed seeds and a few other things. I didn't get any Joe Pye yet, but I know I can get some.
Okay.
But I may try to start some of those in the spring rather than direct plant them.
Cool.
Direct sow 'em. But, you know, there are a lot of nice plants and there are a lot of nice cultivars, but I think if we can move a little bit toward more native plants.
Sure. That would be great.
Gardening's a journey, not a destination, so might take a while.
They
Oh, that
had
was
an
a good
interesting
one.
thing on NPR about living with invasives.
Right, hold on one second. Make a motion.
Oh, I'll make a motion to end the meeting at 8:13 PM.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.